Hi there and welcome to my channel. This is Kate from the Journal Nest in Australia, and this afternoon we're going to get right into it. Lots of stories to tell, but I've been away from the weekend, and I'm celebrating by coming back, looking at the nest, feeling my papers, and just ready to create. So I want to say thank you to all of you who are coming back and those of you who are joining me and subscribing. It's just been fantastic. So I've been working lately in this size journal, and I keep running out of bits and pieces and tags to put in that size. I just can't adjust, so that's what we're going to look at today. I'm going to put that aside, and I wanted to share with you that this weekend, because I've been away, I went into an op shop, of course I did, and came across these little tiny books that I'm going to put straight to use today. Op shop, $1 I think each. That one's Shakespeare. I don't like the red, of course, but I loved the pages, and some of these are just the perfect size for putting as tags and as pages. And finally this one, I loved the black cover. Might end up using that as a hardcover, but look at that text. Just a land of the free. Like, I love words, and those really appeal to me. So I want to make, and I'm calling this series Making, well, Favorite Things, because the more I junk journal, I realize if I surround myself with things that work for me and that give me joy, I can go faster and feel more confident. So I've got here a little template of an envelope that fits well in that size. I want to make some of those this afternoon. And we're going to start off with, I've just got some pages of card, different colors and different weight, absolutely plain. They will be the base. And in the nest, we've got snippets. I think that's what I should call them. They're little bits and pieces. Some would call them scraps, but they're just, that's from the Harmony. Someone said, what are you talking about? Harmony and your counterpoint journal. That I probably will get that back to that this week. And more, some butterflies, of course, my plain tea dyed paper, and that's a bit in. Basically, just a basket of joy in front of me. So I'm going to literally just start with some plain card, and I'm going to say to my head that I want to make some journal cards. So Kate has started, and of course the ruler. I've given myself, I like playing games, I've given myself 2 pieces of dark and 2 pieces of light, and we'll see what we can come up with. So I'm not a measurer very much, but I sort of have an idea. So I'm just going to do some tearing to start with. I hope you are all well. It's a rainy Sunday afternoon in Australia at the moment, and it is the most inspiring thing to be making in my little studio, which is Aka, my son's old bedroom that I've taken over. So a number of people have been saying to me that they don't have a lot of space, or they don't have a lot of the papers that I do, but I really want to encourage that you don't need a lot. Like, just become a scavenger and a hoarder of papers of different sizes and colors, and they will end up speaking to you. So that's too big, obviously, so let's go in half. I only realized the other day that these are actually centimeters. Would have been handy. And I do admire, it's so fantastic in this community to have a lot of people contacted me and sharing their scrapbooking journal. It does journey. It does appear that many of you have come to junk journaling by different pathways. See, that's joy in action because it just completely tore. So this is some very old manuscript. I'm hoping that everyone has access to some notation or text or script that they enjoy using, because just that and that already to me is joy. So let's just tear. So we're going an easy but rapid start, a rapid fire today, because I have some of you who may have watched my video for Ruthie about fast tracking a gift journal knew that we were going as a family to celebrate her birthday last night, which we did. It was so special. Nothing more affirming than to sit around the table and share a meal and just commune, really, just be together. Doesn't matter whether we said much or a lot, but it was joyful. And I did give her my journal that I had been working on in its pouch. Forgot to take any photos, of course, but she said she would send me some. So I'm just moving on to some tearing now. Oh, this is the French dictionary. Welcome to a lot of subscribers from all over the place. I love that you're telling me where you're from. All of a sudden I'm hearing from more Aussies. So Aussie, oi, oi, oi is what we say. Fantastic to have you with me and to realise how many amazing makers and creators are out there already. So I'm going to be doing a lot of catch-up watching. I've had people in California, in Washington, in the Netherlands. Just wonderful that we can all share in together this journey. I've probably forgotten some amazing countries. Oh, Canada, that's right. Canada is calling. And I'm thinking too that at the end of the month I'm going to Kansas. So that's going to be a lot of fun, and I might see if I can make some time to find some op shops, or what do you call them in the States? Thrift shops? I'm not sure of the terminology, but I'd love to get out if I can. All right, so as you can see, I'm just loving what I'm doing, rambling away. Loving what I'm doing is meaning not the product, just the process. Because for me, I'm in my happy place. So one moment I'm looking at the music, and I still think the music is pretty special. I also watched Rachel's latest video over at Roxy Creations, and she was making some collage sheets with beautiful botanicals on them. So that's in the back of my mind. I think I really want to do some of that. I'm feeling I need a third thing on there. So what's it going to be? Sorry, as usual, Kata's buried everything, trying to be neat for the start. So now I'm just going to pull things out. Imagine that. That's a piece of merino wool from Kate's Itching to Stitch. Thank you for those who have been watching that. There's definitely Itching to Stitch 2. I'm trying to wait a couple of days, but it may come out early, so just watch for that. Okay. All of that rambling and rumbling was so that I could find a piece of my... See? Just enjoy it, everyone, if you can stand it, and maybe you can't. I wanted a strip of this to finish off. Now I call these my fabric strips. Really, they're out of paper. No, we want it this way. Like a little quirky Kate bit there that of course will tear off if it goes into a pocket. Okay, so larger tag there. I've got to think small, everyone, remind me, because when I go into a journal like this one, I want things that will fit easily into these pockets instead of having to always bring them down. So I need to make myself a little template. That's what you're all saying. So would that fit usually? A bit shorter. So I'll keep that one there and make another one, but smaller. What do I mean short? It's really, this is if I was a measuring person. Let's start going about there. And welcome to the new junk journalists who are sharing their journey with me. There's really nothing complicated about this or needing to be particularly special in any way other than having fun. Look at this incredible paper. I hold my breath. But it's ripped here. This says Cherubini. Oh my gosh, that is so special. Oh, and this one side says Cristiani. Okay, I think I'll go Cherubini. No, I think I need to cut and reverence this paper. It was the first time I've ever had it in my life, so please don't think that this is an everyday occurrence for me, but it is just so beautiful. It will keep me going for years, I think. I got it from Rachel. Oh gosh, see? Kate just pasted the wrong part. So what are you doing at the moment? Are you enjoying the weather, getting together with friends and family, enjoying being by yourself in your studio? I actually love all those sorts of things. There's a time for everything, as my dad would say. There we are. Oh, tiny little journal card. I'll probably machine stitch around there, so I'm making basic things. That just moves my mind to, I had a question about when I sew around, let's strip that. Where are my strips? Buried. When I sew on the machine, and particularly on my denim covers, I just went to a shop and I said I want to sew multiple layers and particularly denim, and the person in the shop sold me a denim strength needle, so I can easily make things with denim as tabs and things like that. And my needle, since I had that weight, has never broken. So in your kit, you may like to just give it a go. It's so much fun. As I said, I'm slow stitching on Kate's itching to stitch, but my journals I'm going to stick to machine mostly. Okay, so let's go back. How many pieces have we managed? 1, 2, 3, 4. I need some more. And we were going to say that this is about the right size. Let's do another one of these. I'm going to keep in mind that this is about 4 centimeters wide. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. Okay, so that's close enough. So what haven't we used for a little while? Okay, that was just the first bit of paper out of my nest. Let's turn it around let's trim that up. I like that 23 there, so I'm going to quickly go around here. This one says 24, and that could go at the top. So just follow your instinct. That's what I'm hoping to encourage people. Be you, follow your instinct. Don't worry too much. And by making things in advance, you actually find that you can come back to them. Like, I can't remember when I made these pages, but they're just sitting there in the nest waiting to be extended, and I go, okay, I like that. They may never end up together. I may have made them to go in a different journal, but I just use my basics. They're there, and then I can add something from today. And see, it's like getting dressed. All your colours go together without it being too hard at all. Okay, so there we are. See, I've been so excited. I just love talking to you all. It's such a wonderful thing. I'm giddy because I found so many new friends that I never ever knew that I would find this way. Oops, oopsie doopsie. Funny Australian things that we say. Okay, so I've got 2 pieces on there. I feel, I shared in an earlier video that sometimes it just feels like I need to do 3 things, but there's no rules about that. In front of me, I've got a random gifted set of stickers and bits and pieces, and I love this idea. You just tip them out and see if something works. It doesn't matter to me actually what the picture is. This keeps wanting to stick with me, so how about that? Yep. Oop. There we go. And sometimes if you do exactly what I've just done and tip things out, you'll find, I looked over and something was speaking to me, this number here, and that's, I've got the 54 there. I like using numbers, and I've got the cherubini there, so let's just add that. I so don't want to disappoint anyone that's joined me recently, because my subby numbers are all of a sudden going up, and my husband said to me, the Zavi said, well, you better do a good one. And I go, honey, I'm not doing it to be good. I'm just doing it to share. So please stick with me. Please be patient with me. I'm just being myself and loving what I'm doing. Okay, Kate counts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's not enough to get me through the week. So let's go for a dig and try something different. This old, someone's beautiful music book from long ago. And just going to stick that there randomly. I don't know whether you can see this over here, but I'm just pulling strips and scraps and everything out. This is quite a strong strip, so I could use it in here, because this will end up being a little add-on to a page. Drum roll. Those who've been with me know that oh, actually, where's my stapler? I'll take the easy way out. I was just going to drum roll and put the, what's that called? Double-sided tape out for the first time. And thank you to the viewer who gave me a great hint, so I'm going to put that to work this afternoon. Okay, so there's a little tuck that we could put something tiny. Okay, deep here. Oh, can I find it? So what I'm doing, everyone, is just showing you everything that I do. I've just literally put my fingers in here to my favorite things, and I saw a little number that I wanted to use. So let's pull those out anyway. Goodness, that's a shame. I want to use that material. Mustn't have been meant to be. So let's leave that there. I was trying to make a little card in front of you to share with you, and I don't like this very much at all because it's got white on it. It's too plain, but let's see if we can stick it to something stronger. Too much the same. Okay, so that's a basic rule I use if you're going to go to the trouble of making a, oh, look at that, favourite French folk song, so I'm not going to cover that up today. No. Okay. I want something stronger. I don't want to ruin that. Okay. Is it gone? Shout out me, everyone. Where is it? Let's change that plan. Change the plan and make something different, because we're not going to waste your time. Okay. I'm doing the reverse now. I'm putting a bit of card onto manuscript. See, I didn't really like that piece of paper, so that's what I just take that as a sign that wasn't meant to be. And I want to put something a little bit special to encourage someone to write a quote or a date on it. As I said, I've got so excited. I've got some time at home this week coming up, and last week was a very, very busy week for me. But this week I'm actually going to have time to film, really, without having to be too interrupted. So I'm so excited about that. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I want to make 10 little bits, and then I'm going to finish off with my very, very, very favorite thing to do at the moment. So I'm going to keep, this is a library card. I don't know where I got that. I was gifted this. So again, those of you who don't have much and go, oh, I can't do this, ask your friends. Ask your friends or go to the op shop. A lovely person shared that every Wednesday their local thrift shop has a sale, and I think it was five books for $1. Imagine that. I said I wanted to, on Wednesdays, that's right, and I said I wanted to go next Wednesday. I don't know where that place is, but think of that. Okay, so favorite things is jute. Put this in, pile it through. It's got the date, 1993. So I like something like this because it can go this way, it can go this way, it can become a pocket, multi-purpose, and just beautiful. Cardboard, script, string. Okay, which reminds me, I said that I was going to use some of this, which is from my book, Land of the Free. Very old, not old precious, just old and unwanted. I like that idea, Land of the Free. So let's just take pages out of that. And I'm going to go do two things with those. I'll keep those aside, but for the moment, let's follow the basic rule of oh goodness me. I call myself clumsy or klutzy, but others have said it's actually being creative. I don't know about that. Now, skinny, think skinny, Kate. A few more tags or journal cards that will fit into pockets. So we said, it just feels so tiny. Doesn't feel natural, that's why I don't make them, and then I have to cut them down. Okay, Land of the Free. See, this time is why I love showing you that you don't have to have rules and just do what feels natural to you, because I didn't even cut that one before. End of the three. Beautiful. There's a little tag that's sticking to the table, so let's see if we can use that. Yep. Put all the colours together. Oh. It's there. And we need one more thing. Okay, let's vary it, and let's do another favourite thing of mine, which is layering. Just like we layer our clothes, I think paper looks beautiful layered. I know I've been labouring all afternoon, but that felt important to say. Okay, so this is going here. And I want to put the text over the top. I'm just eyeballing it, don't measure. And that's why it often fails, but let's do that. And I said thank you to you all. Truly, my heart is just overwhelmed by the support that I'm getting so early in this journey. I hope you're getting a thrill of writing the numbers with me, because it's just such a joy. 1750, there we go. Okay, and I'm now honestly going to admit that I want to make something special to finish, but I think I've buried it. So I'm going to fill in time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so I'm going to feel good that we've got 10 bits of ephemera to add to the nest. I'm going to put that one that I was referring to. This was my new thrifted basket nest from last week. Some of you have seen that part. So I'm going to try and be neater for this week, because I've got a lot of videos coming up. So stay with me. Okay, they're in the nest. And truly I will cry if I've not got the thing that I wanted to do with you this afternoon. So if we were live and you were in the room, I would say just talk amongst yourself. Oh gosh, yes, we'll throw it all up in the air. And this is why sometimes I have to say to be continued, because even when I plan. I don't want to disappoint you. So instead of using the pre-prepared one, I'm just going to start again and show you, because it's worth seeing. All right, I need my card like this. Okay, so we're going to begin. Gosh, this might turn everyone off from watching me. I want to make baby envelopes because I think baby envelopes work beautifully in small journals. On my Kate's Itching to Stitch, I make them in fabric and I call them treasure pockets. But here, I'm just making a bit of a template. I had a pre-made template, but it's gone. So, favourite things. If you want something basic to add to your favourite things when you've got your papers and ephemera around you, here's the easiest. This is a tiny pocket that we folded up, left a space here. On here, I've rounded the corners, and that's all we need. A bit crooked, but using that, we can quickly make. In the actual envelopes, I'm going to stick them down here, and what I would do is, let's make a pretty one to start. Okay, so I'm not a green person, so it's not going to, those colours are not going to go in, but basically all I do is go around here, and cut it out. How embarrassing, everyone, sorry. I do know there's messy makers out there, and I've been following that messy art, so basically a long strip. I could have done that with a cutter, but I'm not. I'm just going to fold. And what I love about this is an old book page, but if you use a digital or paper that is double-sided, you don't have to worry about the inside. So like that sound. Okay, look at that butterfly there. All right, now it's time for the ta-da of the double-sided tape, which has gathered some friends along the way. These are really simple and I love them, and you can clip them in. You don't have to cover the backs if you don't want them. I'm following the advice of my new friend who said, press, yeah, that's going to work better. Press it down before you start flicking it up. Yep, thank you. For those who are new to my channel, that's my biggest challenge. If that's my biggest challenge, I can surmount it. All right, if I had my butterflies, I might do something, but it's a beautiful piece of paper, just, or it's a bit thick, that one. We just need, if I explain my thinking, it just needs something, and actually I'm going to use this as the link. So I'm going to paste it. A bit rough. So there we have. So this is different to the bits and pieces I've been making, but still in the same colorway. My signature fabric paper, open, oh, a bluebird of happiness. We might a little later on, why not now? I'm not liking that green there. And I'm not liking that either. So I'll just sit that there for a moment, and I'm looking over this side. Okay, so if this was in my a matte fabric one, as well as a journal card, I'd add something like a little tiny butterfly. Okay, up into the nest. I want to make one more of those, but I wanted to make it out of book paper to show you how effective they can be. I think I can still do this. This is one of the books that I bought on the weekend. It's Enid Blyton. Oh, see, look at that. I'm actually going to use 2 pages. Oh, it's called the Dandelion Clock. And because I want to see a bit of that when we open the envelope, I'm just going to use it one page. So this is the easiest way as well. No, got it wrong because I've got too many. This is going to be a tiny one, but I know a lot of people use templates. Like I do usually, but proportion wise, look at that. And so it needs to be in the right proportion. So let's just, I'm going to try and tear. There we go. I've lost the dandelion, but it is about dandelions there. And let's just use my double-sided tape. Sometimes often I would actually go to the machines, and I know many of you are interested. As I said, when I'm game enough to sew in front of you, I'm just starting, so I'm hand sewing in front of you, and then I'm going to show you at my machine how I do everything. So stick with me because that's a very fun bit. The simplest way to make an envelope with the machine, and it saves you a lot of time, is to sew across here and then sew from here up, round and down, and it is so effective. I'm going to use some of those in my work this week. There we go. So this is a little mini treasure pocket out of paper, and all we've got to do is round the corners. Put it in a little bit further, Kate. There we are. And round the corners here. Yep. And I was just hoping. No, I haven't. It might be nice to I'm rearranging it, trying to be neater, and I can't find anything. Yes, I can. I want to put some. You don't see me do this often. I do have just a couple of these colour things, and if we just go around the edges, especially on the crease, and around this, it suddenly makes it look even more vintage and treasury. I'll probably put a closure on that, and in the spirit of cleaning away, get rid of red because I don't like red on my table. Clear the scraps up. Check the time. Yeah, that's more than enough for you hearing my voice. I love that many of you said you're crafting alongside of me. Please keep going. Don't stop. Just because I am. But see, I just saw that there. and I want it to go on here. This is the embellishing as you go method. All right, let's recap so we feel like we've been on a journey and your time has been worthwhile. We started out with the nest and we used basic supplies, and as a result of gathering those like colours together, we've got a combination of ephemera, some of it not finished but just sitting there ready to be used in journaling ahead. That's my favourite. I'm going to close with that because that colour scheme, can't speak, really speaks to me. So there we are. Thank you again. I probably said it 15 times, but I mean it so sincerely. This is Kate from Australia. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Watch out for my videos. I've got heaps of exciting things planned for this week. Bye for now. Bye.